Test.
Several faces, mine's on. Okay. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. The wrong light came on.
So it has to be turned back on.
Don, you want to say hi to everyone?
How's Mexico?
That weather down here.
Yeah, I'm sure. I bet you wish you were here at 70 degrees now, so.
Yeah, I do.
I'll bet you'll be glad you're down there on Thursday, though.
Supposed to get some snow, aren't you?
Snow or rain, yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll take the rain.
absolutely. Okay, Patty, would you please call the roll?
Here.
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 Wanda,
Here.
John,
Here. Like to ask all the commissioners if there's any financial conflict of interest?
Do not.
I do not.
I do not.
I do not. Getting a motion to approve our agenda for this evening.
Before we do that, I'd like to do the the next meeting.
That's a motion. I got a motion by Wanda,
Second.
second by Ryan to move the approval of the 2026 wage scale to our next meeting on March 3rd. Excuse me. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now, can I get a motion to approve our agenda as amended?
A second. A second
Okay, we got-
discussion.
Discussion on the agenda items as amended. No further discussion. All approved, same sign. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, now is the time for public comment. Public comment is a time for persons to address this body on any subject. No action may be taken on a matter raised under this item of the agenda until the matter itself has been specifically included on an agenda as an item upon which action will be taken. Each person has up to 3 minutes to speak. There shall be no personal attacks against the members of this body, county staff, individuals, or organizations. The chair has the authority to enforce this policy. Failure to adhere to these rules may result in forfeiture of the remaining speaking time. Are there anyone listed for public comment? I see no one. Is there anyone in the public that wants to speak? Hearing none, public comment is closed. We got about 5 minutes. Is there something? It's not a time, and I think our person is here for the. We can move forward with our item number 5, abatement request. Julie Jensen, you're up. Please come up, state your name and address, and that's okay. Just come up, look at that little red light up there and state your name and your address and tell us what you need to tell us.
my name's Julie Jensen. My address is 305 Main Street, Ballin, South Dakota. I'm here tonight to request, I owe quite a bit of.
Just pull that microphone down a little bit if you would. Thank you.
Can you hear me
Right
now?
there. You bet.
It sounds like a commercial. Can you hear me now? I'm rather far behind on my property taxes, and I've been working with Rob and Patty Vavra over at the treasurer's office, and they suggested I come here. Right now, I owe approximately $12,668. I'm here to request to see if I can't get maybe some of the penalties and interest maybe written off, or see if I can make some kind of payment arrangements or whatever can be done. And my reasonings are, I'm a senior citizen. I'll be 69 in April. I only collect my social security, which is about $1,340 a month. I don't even have a car. I ride share with a neighbor. I'm third generation living in the home. And I have done some repairs. I was living out in California for 50 years. I left here when I was a freshman in high school and came back in May of 24. I have done some improvements. I put in new water lines and got a new propane heater and ducting done in that year and a half. My house needs a roof terribly bad. And I have been in contact with the rural development today. They're supposed to be sending me a package to see about getting some assistance to get the roof done. It also needs to be painted, and I have had code enforcement say something about that. They haven't bothered me too much since I took care of the trees, but they, you never know when that's going to get another letter. I don't even have an air conditioning unit. And my parents moved back here from California, I'd say in the early 90s. And so that's who I inherited the house from. And so all my appliances and everything, my refrigerator, stove, washer, dryer was purchased or probably 30 years old. All right, they're working fine now. And the hot water heater, I really have no idea how old that is. But if I have to pay these taxes in full, if my refrigerator went out, I wouldn't be able to replace it. I've tried to get, because this is going to, $12,000 is going to take all the savings I have. It seems like every time I get enough money to pay, then there's more interest and penalties due. Okay. So I guess, and like I said, I've been in contact with Melissa at Rural Development. I talked to her today. She's going to mail me out a package to try and get some assistance with the roof. So that's my question. If we can maybe work out some kind of payment schedule, or whether maybe some of the interest or penalties could be written off, I'd be willing to, that the total taxes that I owe up through 2024, not the new ones for this year, are $6,239.47. Now the add-ons, which would include penalty interest, these special add-ons, which I don't really know what those are. There's some other costs, some year costs. Those total $5,269.37. So when I got all this information, it was the 21st of October of this year, 2025. I owed $11,508.84. So when I met with Rob and Patty on the 4th of February, there was another $270.82 must have been from it for, I suppose, interest or whatever from October until February. So that made the balance that's due as of right now, $11,779.66. And then I'll have the taxes due for 2025, which the first payment is due on the April 30th. And that's another $44.17. And then also the second payment due October 31st is the same. So the grand total of what I owe at this point, including the 2025 taxes, would be $12,668. I have about $14,000 in my savings account, but like I don't have a credit card. I tried, when I first came back here, I tried to get a loan against the home to try and get some of these repairs done, the roof and stuff. And because my husband and I, he passed away in 2015, really the only payments that we ever had were car payments. So unfortunately, I have no credit. It's not that I have bad credit or good credit. I just don't have any. And so I can't get a loan against the home, even though, to do the roof. And I tried to get a credit card, and since I don't have any credit, they won't give me one of those. I've asked several banks about getting one where I maybe give them $200 and then I can, that they can hold, and I can, make some credit purchases and make some payments to try and establish credit to get a loan against the home. But nobody offers those anymore either, I guess. So I'm really at a standstill. If I have to pay these taxes in full, I'm not gonna be able to do the roof, and there is some part of the house that's already leaking that I have put, a heavy duty like hay tarp over.
Mhm.
And it seems to be working this winter, you know, it hasn't leaked any further, but I mean, there is the roof, there's a couple of spots where I can see the, uh, insulation, and it's, you know, kind of black and all that. It's in a laundry room office that my parents added on, which I find so funny because the house is 120 some years old that I'm living in, and the only part of the roof that really leaks is the addition that they added on in the 90s.
Hmm.
I find that kind of funny, you know, that the big house isn't leaking at all. But
Ma'am, when was the last time the taxes were paid on this property?
oh, let's see, I've got that paper that Patty gave me.
And it sounds
Probably
like,
when my husband died, which he died at the end of 2015, so that was
Okay.
probably the last
It's been
time that
10 years.
I made any payments.
and then, you know, you're talking about like special assessments and stuff. Patty, I would imagine that would be the city of Ballin. And, or, yeah, who knows what
I
it.
think it had a nuisance. There was a nuisance.
Okay. So Patty, would we, if we're entertaining this, would we be abating all the taxes and include the city of, or would it just be the county portion or,
No,
Or
it'd
what?
be all of them,
okay,
but I don't know if we'd have to ask Volin if they'd want to get rid, you know.
yeah. Because, you know, that's the situation. If we did our part and the city still want, then you're still in that same situation.
Right.
So-
Well, I really, to be honest with you, I wasn't asking to have the property taxes
Mhm.
wiped out. I just like some of the add-ons, the additional. Yeah, that's really what I was interested in, if something could be worked out with that. In May of 2024. And the last time I was here would have been in, last time I would have been here, my husband and I were here when my mother died in 2010. We were here till February of 2011, and she died in April. So that was the last time I was here until May of 24. Yeah, he passed away in 2015. So it looks like here, the last time the taxes were paid would have been,
I'm understanding.
What is really your mic, Wanda? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, you have a lot of,
yeah, you got, it's really, really staticky. Are you guys hearing that too, or is it just me? Yeah. Your voice is rough, but it's not that rough, Wanda. So,
Here, I got a halls in my, here for you. If you need.
that's a good question.
Voice, I don't know.
It looks like the last time they were
maybe
paid
come
Was-
use this microphone or something.
was April 30th of
Okay.
2016, would have been right after my husband died, because he died in December.
So he paid them. California.
Yes,
So could you not afford to pay them or didn't know you had to pay them or what
Well,
was the
I
reason?
couldn't afford to pay them.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I kind of went off the deep end after he died. So I was lost for a few years.
So, the additional interest. You pay a little bit at a time, could you live with that?
And pay the whole $12,000, you mean?
Eventually.
Right.
Some in April, some in October, and some the next April, and the next October.
As long as I keep the current ones current, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they're about let's see, it looks like they're right around $900 a year. So there wouldn't be any way. Well, yeah, and how much would I have to pay extra?
I don't know, that's a Rob Clement,
No.
Tyler Larson. Any that kind of thing.
Are we able to do something along those lines, Rob? I don't. Yeah.
So yes, I'd like to have our treasurer come up and
Patty in the hot seat.
explain,
Can I sit back down?
Yeah.
explain, because
I like your outfit though. It's very festive.
Mardi Gras, yes. It is. I actually talked to my buddy in Louisiana and he was,
And ma'am, we feel for you and we wanna work with you. We just have to, know the legalities of it, so. Okay,
We're talking.
yeah.
Reminds Julie. Yeah.
How do you want to move that closer? to-
Yeah, move it down.
no, there you go.
So my only input is that,
John,
there,
Yes, Don.
I'd like to ask a question when there's a break there.
Okay.
there's a break now if he wants to ask it.
No, let's hear from you.
Let's
Okay,
hear
sorry.
you first.
So my only input is there's nothing in the law that allows for anybody to forgive, and that means none of us, to forgive interest and penalties on property taxes. Nor is there anything in the law that allows us to not continue to charge interest for delinquent taxes. And as I told Julie earlier, I don't think it's a precedent you want to set. And I feel for Julie. We've talked every month for quite some time, and I feel for her. I would have to recommend against it.
And we have no avenue or to take payments to. Is that correct? Is we don't
Something,
have,
again, I would recommend against because they're so far in arrears right now. And
Mhm.
it has been my experience and my predecessor's experience that people in good faith will want to make payments and they will be good at making and I'm not singling anybody out. I'm just saying it. In good faith, they will want to make payments and they're good about it. And then they're not good about it. And if you opted to go that route, it is a route, but a contract does have to be signed and approved by all of you. And if there's any default on the contract, then we have to proceed. And that muddies things up because we're sitting on money that just does nothing. I mean, we put it in like a GL suspense account and it sits there. They're still paying interest on this by law. They're still paying interest on the same full unpaid balance of taxes. And we're sitting on their money that could be used for something that's more important. We've always felt.
So just so I'm clear, we can't, or you can't take $200 and apply it for a full half year, like from 2015. You can't take $400 and apply it and
All we can do is hold it. It does not apply towards any principle to save interest. Wanda, that's the law. Sorry.
that makes no sense though.
Something that'll probably never get changed. And I understand, and I completely understand what you're saying, and that's why I have always hesitated to take somebody's money when they could need groceries or whatever, a new roof, some paint. I don't want to sit on their money and just have it sitting in an account in Yankton County doing them absolutely nothing.
And question, so in the abatement of the taxes, it's not just Yankton County, it's the municipality, it's the school board, it's the fire.
It's everything.
So how would that work? Would those entities be made whole? Would we have to pay up or?
No.
No.
It's just, those taxes would be abated from the
Okay.
school.
And
Okay.
additionally,
and
there
then
is nothing.
someone else would have to make.
Well, they
Add
would
up.
just be, they would be.
And there's nothing in the law that actually says that this qualifies for an abatement.
So you're saying we couldn't debate this even if we wanted to? Is that what you? Because I know we haven't done one like this.
Care to address that?
We've done like
So-
veteran ones and
It's not.
So,
There's only 6 reasons you can abate.
could you go through those quick?
Well, no.
Well,
so,
I know we have veteran abatements and.
Well,
and
I mean,
tax board.
basically, it's,
Qualify for the help.
she has applied. Sorry, I can't say that. But
Hmm.
as of last year, she hadn't lived here for 200 days. Wasn't
John,
a resident. I mean,
so
there are
go ahead and finish and then I want Don to
Go ahead.
speak. Are you basically done, Patty? Okay, Don, go ahead.
So, you may have said it, I missed it in the early conversation, but do you have employment now?
Be nice.
Social Security is all.
Social Security? No job, you aren't working.
No, I'm 69 years old.
Oh, that's not too old to quit. I'm 81 and I'm still working.
You say 89.
81.
Oh,
81.
Next question. What kind of monthly payment do you think you could make?
Julie, you're gonna have to get back up here so we can hear you, I think.
I would, oh, I don't want to yell. I would say it, probably be $200 to $300.
$300. What's your social security check?
$1,340.
Okay. Okay, that's all the questions I have, John.
Okay,
If
Okay.
you didn't hear, Don, too, according to the treasurer and the state's attorney, they did say that this is, didn't look like it was eligible for abatement. I don't know if you heard that online. Is that correct? Is that what you guys said? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard that part.
so I guess I would like to make a comment here. And it's not that I think every one of us sitting here and sitting in Mexico feel for the problem here, but you did mention earlier that you have a savings account of 14,000 some odd dollars. I would recommend to the commission and the board up here that you pay the 11,779.66 and let's see what happens come April. Again, we will, I mean, I know that's just kicking the can down the road for the next, this year's taxes to be paid, but I don't feel comfortable just abating the 11, leaving that go, because we're just opening up a precedence for everyone else in Yankton County to do the same thing.
what if she pays up a year? Can she pay 2015 or do you have to have the whole?
We have to retain 2015 as that's the year that the certificate is on. So the oldest taxes can never be paid first. And again, we're back to, I hesitate to take some money that might be needed for something else.
And again, we're setting a precedence to say everybody in Yankton County can pay the amount of 2015's property taxes and don't have to worry about it till next year to pay 2016's.
And
John?
John, I'd also like to add that if these taxes, if they were brought current, then yes, absolutely, we will take payments. We do on a lot of properties without contracts because they just that's how they like to budget. So, I mean,
So if she pays 2025, which are due in 2026, you can't take that. Unless she pays all of it.
no, because we could get caught up in legal troubles because prior taxes are due. And it has happened in the past where when we take a current year tax, then that wipes away all those prior year taxes because we took current year. Yeah,
So basically, we need 11,779.66 to bring this current. 2025 payable in 2026 is not due till April,
right.
and we can start over from there. But in order to clean this up, we need the total due of 11,779.66. And like I said, I feel sorry, but if we take less than that at this point in time, or agree to take less than that, we're opening us up to all kinds of issues moving forward.
I think what it is that it really isn't legal for us to do anything. Our hands are tied in this. We don't have any tools to our disposal.
Yeah.
Correct.
Ma'am, your husband, he wasn't a disabled veteran or anything along those, okay.
Excuse me.
With Patty and Rob to try and get this taken care of since October 22nd of 2025. And I've accrued another $271 of interest, waiting to get to the point where I am right now, talking to you people. Is there any way you can write that off? I mean, every little bit helps me. Because I don't feel it's fair that I get penalized when I'm trying to handle this, and it's taken that long to get to this, get to this point where they told me this was my last resort. So I feel like, when it was under discussion and trying to get appointments set up here, that I shouldn't have to pay that additional interest when I was trying to work on it with everybody. I mean, $200 may not seem like a lot to you, but it is to me.
271, how much?
That's $270.82. And that would make my balance $11,508.84, which is where it was at on October 10th or October 21st, when I first started trying to, make some arrangements here.
To the house assessed now.
Excuse me?
What is the house assessed at?
I think it's right around 50,000.
Good.
Isn't
And
it?
am I
think
so.
to understand that the county has a tax deed?
Excuse me?
Have not yet,
Okay.
because we have been talking.
Think about it. Okay.
Right.
Don, did you have another question?
Yeah, another question. Do you have any electric bill?
Yes. I have electric and I have the
Yeah.
water, sewer and trash. I own the house outright.
You threw it in the trash.
No, I said I own the house outright.
No, Don, she does have all the utility bills to
Yes.
pay, yes. And
And they're
you're
all
living in the
taken care of.
house now?
Yes, I am.
And she is actually
Yeah.
living in the house right now.
Everything's paid current.
Oh, as far as my utilities?
No standing bills on the house.
No. Other than the
No
taxes.
standing bills on credit card, you said.
Excuse me?
No
You said no
outstanding
standing
bills on credit cards.
cards.
I don't own a credit card.
Okay. What bills do you have?
I have the electricity, and then with the town of Vollen, you have the water, sewer and trash all together.
But they're paid, right?
I
They're
pay
current,
those.
yes.
Yes, I pay those. They're all current. The only one that I owe right now is the electric bill, which
Outstanding bills.
the only outstanding bill I have right now is an electric bill, which is due on the 20th of this month. And I will pay that.
I guess our only question is, do we want to abate the $270.82 worth of interest?
I don't even know if we can do that, can we? I mean,
can we
these guys are
Forgive
saying
that, Rob,
we
or?
can't do that.
Again, I'm not aware of anything that would allow us to do that. I'm gonna say it's true that she's been doing good coming to us. We've been trying to figure out what to do to help her. So those are true statements, and I would say October would be true. And then we had her come to see you to see if there's any other options that we're not, because we're not aware of anything that could happen. The other concern was opening a Pandora's box too, right? In the future, that's kind of concerning. But it's true. She's been doing a good job of calling and coming in and talking and trying to make a plan. Came up with the idea on the roof to try to maybe seek out other assistance. So I brought that up to her, and I think she's doing that. So she has some money.
Yeah, I
Get a roof
spoke with
fixed.
Melissa today. She's gonna
Mhm.
mail me the packet that I have to fill out and get some estimates, that sort of thing.
So John, that's all, those are all true things, so.
And the packet comes from whom?
The
Department of
rural
Social Services.
development,
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
I tried, DSS,
DSS.
like you told me, they don't do roofs. He sent me to, Rocks doesn't do it, and they in turn gave me the, number for the rural development, and being a holiday over the weekend, I think I called on Thursday or Friday. I didn't get a call back until today. And then I spoke with Melissa, and she is mailing me out the packet. So I would assume that'll take a week to 10 days. And then I have, it's like 36 pages, the packet, she told me. And what all I have to, so I don't know exactly what all I have to do. She said I need estimates, I need to verify my income, that sort of thing. But, and I'll fill that out and get it back as soon as I can.
So ma'am, as far as, like I mentioned, our hearts go out to you, but our hands are also tied. I think that we need to have the full amount, 11,779 to 66, because we do have 23,000 other people in Yankton
Right.
County
Fine.
that we have to also abide by, or make sure that they're following all of our rules also. So here's what I would like you to do is I would like, you said, you made mention earlier that you have 14,000 in savings. I don't know that, however that's gonna work, but I would like to say, let's write out a check to Patty, pay the 11,779.66. And if there's anything that I or any one of us can do to help you get some assistance someplace, we would certainly do that. The only thing is that we do that for you. We got to do it for every other citizen also. So I
Well,
just
not
want-
everybody comes to ask either.
I understand that totally. So, but there's a lot of people that are out there in TV land that are watching tonight. So, but I think our hands are tied. And as far as any abatement, I don't see where we can do anything with that amount. Now, this current year's taxes, let's play that by ear. They're not due till April. We have people that are not paying that current. So let's see how we can work out a program with Patty to make payments against 2026's or 2025's taxes payable in 2026, and let's move forward.
Oh, okay. Well, doesn't hurt to ask.
Do we need a motion to make that, to do that? Okay. And you're right, it does not hurt to ask. And I'm totally sorry.
Right, right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Mike, you're up.
First is the agribusiness grant approval. That's the road in front of the county highway shop. This is the grant agreement to hard surface that from Highway 50 going north, approximately half mile.
Not necessarily for the highway shop, but
Right,
but for Yaggy's
right,
is building on there. So, yep.
yep.
Are we paving that or double chip seal or what are we
That'd
doing?
be a asphalt.
Asphalt, man.
You're saying this is a good deal?
Yes,
You need a motion.
yes, we need a motion to
Move
approve it.
approval of the highway agri grant.
Got a motion by Dan, second by Wanda. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And along with that, we'll do, I was talking with Yeagy's. We will do some of the preparation work this year and then next year we'll pave it. Next is, annual bids. We opened up annual bids last Tuesday or last Wednesday. Do you guys have any questions on any?
Rob, can we approve that? Is that on the agenda? No.
What's it say on the agenda for
It
today?
just says, I don't see approved bids on there unless I'm missing it.
A bid approval.
Oh, we're,
Right underneath agribusiness grant.
oh, grant approved.
Annual bid.
Annual bid approval. Right here.
Don't see that.
Oh, you must not have, this
Oh.
is went in
The one that's published is.
Yeah, the one that's published is in there.
Yes.
All right, I have no issue then.
I think,
Question,
Yes, Don.
was it in your, budget request for this year?
I'm sure it was because we discussed it and approved it.
this is the yearly bids that we do every year for all of our supplies. For our road projects, for fuel. Rock, culverts, yeah, that's our normal yearly.
We did approve,
Operation.
we did approve the application for the grant to move
Okay.
forward with that half-mile road.
And then at the last meeting, I believe or 2 meetings ago, I believe I asked permission to go out for our annual bids.
Yes.
Well, it's a bid and fuel, and I mean, we gotta have fuel,
All right,
right? Hard to grade the roads.
so. Anybody have any questions on any of the bids?
What was your recommendation we go with for
The
fuel?
one sheet with all the.
The final sheet, right?
Yeah, there's a sheet there with the recommendation list.
You could just say to approve the, bids, as
The recommended bid.
recommended by the highway.
Move approval of the bids recommended by the highway superintendent.
Got a motion by Dan,
Second.
second by Ryan to approve the bids recommended by our highway superintendent. Any further discussion?
And we're doing them in bulk. correct? All of them at one time.
Yep, one lump, yep.
Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Alrighty,
Thanks, Mike.
thank you.
So do you want to update your load limits are on, correct?
Yep, our spring load limits are on, 6 ton per an axle. So,
Good.
I got a call, I think last Thursday, maybe, that like the day after you put them up. Why are you putting load limits on if there's never been a freeze?
Well, I'm driving out, there's a lot of frost coming out of the roads, and you want to just like tell the citizens watching why it's important. I know, with the roads breaking up and just how it
well, it's-
protecting our roads.
Selling budget cost per mile. So they can appreciate.
how much cost per mile when we're overlaying 1.5 inches is, about 130,000 a mile.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there's a lot more prep work to that, to get it to that. One of the main reasons, one of the tattletale signs are when you're driving down the road and you see water weeping out of the cracks.
Yeah.
That's the frost coming out. And that's just the 3-4 inches of frost right below the asphalt, most likely the frost that's a foot down is not gonna come weeping up like that. That's just saturating the ground above it, which we all know it's just turning everything to mush.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. Lori, we're a little past your time.
No problem. If I may, can I hand out some stuff here?
Welcome. Buddy. Everybody wants a.
Maybe, that's fine. Thank you for your time this evening. I will be brief, but I wanted to come out and thank Yankton County for its membership at District 3. Yeah, I brought some material for you to look at here that I'm going to talk from. If you would please look at the 25 regional highlights first. I'm going to start there, and then we'll get specific to Yankton County. Gives a little bit of the background of District 3. Many of you know us, thanks. We're a quasi-governmental agency. We have 15 counties in southeast, south central South Dakota that are members. And we provide a lot of services, including application writing and financial packaging, research, project administration, land use planning, goal setting, demographic analysis. And then we also have some specialized services like the Areoid Business Council, which is a revolving loan fund for small businesses. We have business consulting through the Small Business Development Center. Apex Accelerator works with folks that need to do any sort of procurement, government contracting, get SAM registrations and that type of thing. We sell the governor's house there at our office, and we do a lot of GIS work and mapping. Lists our staff there on the first page. I would bring your attention to Carrie Hauser, our financial officer. She has turned in her retirement plan. So unfortunately, we are looking for a finance officer. If you know anybody, send them my way. It's not an easy thing nowadays hiring. So we will miss her. Page that looks like this just talks about our agency relationships, everything from federal, like EDA and USDA rural development to the state with the DOT, South Dakota Housing, the Governor's Office of Economic Development. Down below are some of the other ones we're associated with, like NATO, EDPA, those types of things. Just a little bit of highlights for 25 for our office. Like I said, we continue to host the Small Business Development Center. That's free confidential counseling for people that are looking to start a business or exit or maybe expand. We've still doing a lot of work with the ARPA money that came down through the state. That should be all spent by I think it's December 1st of 26. So we're closing in on that. Again, let's see, we host like the DOT with the STIP meeting. I think that's scheduled for June 23rd this year out at our office. In 25, we wrote 47 funding applications, of which 21 were approved for a little over $7.7 million. We have had 10 of our business loans approved for almost 1.3 million. 3 of our meat and poultry loans were approved for over 831,000. We continue to work under what's called our comprehensive economic development strategy. That was written in 24. It's a 5-year plan. Our 3 big goals under that are growing the skilled workforce, supporting vibrant, healthy, and resilient communities, and expanding the economy through ag and business development. Like I said, we sell the governor's house. We in our 15 counties, we had 15 sales in 2025.
What's the waiting list on that now, Lori?
It's about 18 months.
Okay.
It's getting better. Yeah. During COVID, it was close to 3 years. So it's improving. And then kind of the bottom of those regional highlights are a lot of the, what I call GIS activities with the websites and, ARC Online and some of that stuff that it's a little bit above my pay grade, what they all do. Last year, I think I was here and talked about the Regional Food Business Center. That did not survive the new administration, so we're not participating in that anymore, unfortunately. But bottom line, we are there for you. If you need something, please don't ever hesitate to pick up the phone and call us. Things we're looking at kind of for 26. John Clem will be doing updates for pre-disaster mitigation plans. And he did, of our 15 counties, 3 were done in 25. We'll do 6 in 26 and the other 6 in 27. And then they'll be good for a couple of years and then they'll get on the next 5-year rotation. We know there's some brownfields money available out there. So if you have a need for that, reach out. Typically that goes to like a development corporation or a city or a county, not private individuals. So, but if there's a question, give us a call because we do know there's some out there. Wanda, you look like you got a question.
Yeah. We can't. Apply.
It has to be, it's project specific. So maybe there's a building that needs to be taken down or something like that. Yeah. Other things that we know are coming up. It looks like the community development block grant is going to a 1 cycle funding this year. I don't think the state has their HUD money figured out yet. Maybe they don't even have it yet, but we apply in April and October for those. And I think this year it's just going to be October. So some of those things might get put off a little bit. Nothing we can control right now. hired a new planner back in January, and she's doing really well with us. And I would say that she's going to start taking on some of the more planning duties, CIPs, maybe some housing studies, some of that. So that was something we kind of had put on the back burner in transition, but she's pretty much up to speed. So we're excited to have those. The other stuff in that packet is just more FYI on numbers of the different programs. If you would look at the yellow specific to Yankton County, you'll see the applications that we wrote for you folks in 25, and there was a good share and good approvals. We're still waiting to hear on the DOT transportation alternative one that went in October, and those decisions aren't made yet. So hopefully that'll get some legs. But otherwise, specific to Yankton County, 3 ABC loans. This, the Apex had 19 clients that they worked with. The Small Business Development Center had 15 clients, which resulted in private funding for those folks of over $3 million. So that's a win. Looks like we submitted a state water plan for Mission Hill, did some project administration on SRF funds. I think we closed out the Pathways CDBG grant that was out there. There's some FEMA administration. We're wrapping up Lewis and Clark Behavioral, the USDA grant that we worked with on that. So that's coming to a close here. Working still on the EDA project, which I think is the water treatment plant. Did some renderings for the Mead Cultural Center out there on the HSC campus. Shannon has started a strategic planning and visioning process for the center. So that's kind of exciting. There's a survey going around, so make sure to take that. And otherwise, I think the rest of those are pretty much GIS specific. So yeah, I mean, we are here to serve you guys. We thank you for your membership. And if you ever need anything, you just have to give us a call or stop out. I would entertain any questions. Otherwise, I'm done.
Well, thank you. It's great working with you, and I appreciate all the services you provide us.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you.
happy.
Yeah, awesome. That's what we're there for.
Well, and even the small towns, I know, working with Lesterville on their drainage, it was very helpful for the small communities to be able to have expertise. So
Yeah, they really need the advocates. So yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thanks, Lori. Task force selections is our next item on the agenda. And Patty went to get our copy from Don. Don I have the lists here that I can list out the names. Yep. Patty's getting them. Do you have a few words that you want to say before we actually look at the list of names and approve them, or?
Yeah, just a couple things. You know, I wrote down some narrative discussion points that probably should be going over with the two task force when they start. If any of you feel like discussion points that should be added, add them, and then share it with the other task force. This is just my approach to it, and I think it's very important that we lay out a basis so that the citizenship of King County know what we're at and why we're doing it. And it's been 6 or 7, maybe 8 months almost now since we started talking about budgeting challenges for next year, and we're getting awful close to doing a new budget. So I think we need to get on this and get some answers, and so we can make some basic decisions.
Okay, thanks, Don. So we're gonna get started with the so for the Economic Development Task Force. And Don, we're gonna wrestle when you get back here. Really?
Now you need a cough drop.
Got one.
Maybe, on a side note, maybe we need to look at upgrading mics or something.
Don, I'm gonna argue or wrestle with you on Doug Eckert, because I already talked to him and he's already on our financial advisory committee, but. So, what I have, what Don has sent to us for the, strategic planning task force, which includes economic development. We've got, Don Kettering, Dan Clemish. We have someone that hopefully will come on board from the school system. Jerry Oster has committed to be on the committee. Ethan Powell, Jim Petrick, Charlie Gross.
Charlie hasn't committed. He's a name that I got that I still would contact if we feel like we're short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Hummels agreed, and I would honestly, Don, maybe we just start with that. And since we're doing this together, we kind of do outreach, and hopefully we get people to come in and advise us. And I would almost envision kind of a listening sessions where we listen to what people have to say. Because if you get a group that's too big, 7, 8, 10, it gets a little difficult.
Someone to be on this committee also. And I think we need to approve this name. And like you say, Dan, I agree that if someone else wants to come in on board, not everybody on this list is going to make every meeting. So
Yeah.
I think if there's room for additions, we should look at that.
Yeah.
But we don't want to get too many people involved.
I'd almost say the committee, leave it up to the commissioners on the committee to add as they see fit.
But I've had people asking if they're on, and I think this list that I just read.
Okay.
And you're fine with Sam Hummel, Nancy Wenandy, Don Kettering, Dan Clemish.
And Ethan
Jerry
and
Oster.
Jerry. Yep. I think that we'll start with
I
that.
think we should have Brad Beese is committed with the city commission. I think
Has
for
he?
this, we should have someone from the city.
Well, you read my comment on the financial one, didn't you?
I haven't yet. We're gonna hit that one next.
When I contacted the city, they thought they didn't want to be involved in this.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then we'll cross them off.
Okay.
Good idea.
And yeah,
Any other comments then on
No.
that?
I think we just start out here and we go and
Okay.
move forward.
Okay, then, the Financial Advisory Committee, we have Catherine Crandall, Doug Eckert, Jolene Smith, Gene Hunoff, Kathy Quint Livian, Sue Zavadil, Patty Holm, Patty Vabra, Paul Shearslick, Ryan Heine, myself, John Markwart, and Tom Stengren. And there again, this is gonna be our core group. And we'll see as we proceed if we need any other further assistance. And the guidelines or the policies or the requests of why we're doing this will be online also. And Don read them, I think, at our last meeting to move forward with them.
And with the financial one, I think it's good to do a review of the county. I think maybe even go and review, make sure our office sizes are not too big, not too small. And then, look at area. I mean, we're running short on funds. We only have two options. We can either cut or we need to increase revenue, and there's no two ways about it. Well, or a combination of both. And I think they should both be explored and
There's
And see.
something you could-
Yeah. Yeah.
The county can't, do fundraisers or.
yeah. Well, one
Why can't we do
area,
car washes?
and I think
Sale.
I sent this to you, John, is that, there's an option that counties have for, say, different levies, all right?
Yes,
For example, we support the library. I know all of us support the library. We want to continue to support the library. Well, there's an option. We could do a small library levy, and that instead of it coming out of the general fund, it could come out of that. Because I know all of us up here,
You do understand the levy is a cap,
Can
right?
I interrupt?
yes,
That, you gotta remember
This is
too,
what we're here to talk about.
what was
We're here
that,
to
Don?
Talk about the right process, the right people to do it, and can we get started on it? Then the ideas come forward and we talk about the ideas.
Yes. I agree, and that's kind of where we're headed with the financial board also. And actually got our first meeting planned for February 24th, so we'll move forward with that, and I'm gonna let Dan and Don schedule your first meeting and move forward there also. And there's other outside sources that we're definitely gonna take a look at to assist us
Absolutely.
and come up with ideas, so. Just wanted
Did
to,
you read Kelly Kneiffel's name? You went through that list?
That's on a different list. But it's on one of the lists, yes.
Kelly Kneifel will be
That's
on your
list that I-
list.
That's on the list that I had Patty copy last weekend and handed out tonight.
I handed them out, Don.
Yep,
Okay? And like, I haven't had any luck with any bankers. They're really, apprehensive about public
Scrutiny.
exposure that might be.
well, then we don't have to listen to them complaining about anything going on that we're doing, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, we're gonna move on, if that's okay, to our next item on the agenda. 1215 Whiting Street property, we're gonna discuss that this evening. We've had, I have actually had some phone calls of people that are interested in purchasing that property. But we've also talked about donating that property to Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity has talked about building 2 or 3 houses or one house and a duplex on that property. The taxes that are owed against that property is about $28,000 to the county and another $6,000 to the city. So, and I've been told that the city won't abate their portion of it if we auction it off. So, but they will if we donate it to Habitat for Humanity.
But then don't we have to eat the taxes if we donate it to?
We do, but either way, then someone will build houses on that property and it'll go back on the tax roll.
Look, when we have a sale, if you will, auction it off or put it in the newspaper and have a minimum, and if
yeah,
people don't
I agree.
don't pay the minimum, which is at least gonna be the 28,000 or plus there, I guess 34,000. Then we could
Yeah.
donate it, because I hate to, after we told that little old lady that we couldn't do anything with hers, and I was just gonna give away 34,000.
I would agree. I think that would be my preference is, and Rob, we can do that. We can say this is the minimum bid that would cover what is owed to the taxpayers. And if somebody wants to bid, they realize but the city, the city is separate and they need to realize that assessment. And we put it out. Would there be like a month we could put it out, get bids within a month? Or what would you say, Rob?
Yeah.
Like,
you said it
and
that time.
if somebody wants it, they pay that amount and it's gone. It can be higher. And if not, then we look at Habitat for Humanity, because when we first discussed this, nobody wanted it. And now that it came out, I think that's the thing to do to make the taxpayers at least whole on what they're owed.
Now, really quick question. When we auction this, the original owner, anything above and beyond the taxes, that money has to go back to the original owner.
Yeah.
Correct. Just saying.
Tyler versus,
And the other
no,
thing-
Tyler
the other
versus
thing I'm
Hennepin. Yeah.
concerned about giving this away is because we're denying that original owner any of that possible value
Yeah.
Why don't we have get a loan?
Well,
It's
It's in the state, it's in the state,
yeah,
it's deceased.
So Ryan, you're okay with auctioning it
I'm
and,
in favor of
and,
auctioning it.
and it, hopefully we break even with, the best thing we can do is break even at this point.
Yeah.
If you do like that, do all the.
Yeah, just do the same bid process you do
Yeah.
before.
It's a,
And then you don't,
we don't even have
it's a sealed bid,
Yeah.
it's just a sealed, and then you don't, if it isn't enough, you don't have to take it. You
Yeah.
have to take the highest bid if you take
Okay.
a bid, but
Okay.
you don't have to take a bid.
Yeah.
So
My-
say there's no bid or it isn't enough, you don't have to take it, and then you can do a private sale, we can do something
Okay,
else.
I'd be fine with that, because if we get 500, I think it would make more sense to do the Habitat for Humanity thing, but my hope is that we get some more money, so for it.
It's that,
Okay. Do we need
why is it the state coming forward and paying 28,000 and then
there's no one around.
there's no heirs?
And it's already been deeded to the county.
Yeah.
We have it already.
for tax fee?
Why do we get the original owner?
Because the law provides that if we collect
Yeah.
anything over and above, that money is supposed to go back
Yeah.
to the.
He's got a new heirs, where does it go?
When there's money available, they'll find an heir pretty quick. So you need a motion to,
Yeah,
so,
that's probably good. I like closing property in case that error does show up. So
And
then
after 2 years, it goes.
so Patty, you want a motion to auction the property to the highest bidder? Is that what you want? Or-
Still on sealed bids.
Sealed bids, I think you declared surplus, which we probably are,
Yeah, yeah.
and then just, yeah,
Okay.
follow the seal bid
Okay,
process.
just make a motion to declare 1215 surplus, okay. And
One thing we do want to make sure is if we do it this way, then the city is gonna agree to,
well, I would say,
Money, if they'll get their money back.
I would say that we do sealed bids. It's up to the city how they do it. I think would be advisable that the person who's purchasing it realizes that there's special assessments. I don't know if the city will,
Why don't we just say the minimum bid is 34,028 to the county, 6 to the city and call it?
can we do that, Rob?
Why not?
You can provide that in the notice.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll second Wanda's motion. That was a good motion.
Yeah, I mean,
We can
you
say,
don't do that in notice. But, you know, you can just say to
Yeah,
it.
that's a good that people realize what they're getting themselves into.
Because it's never good to you buy one in the city council goes, oh, by the way,
So,
been there, done that.
so you want to restate your motion?
No, I like the way it was.
What did you say? Yeah.
I
thought
it
it
would be
did.
placed in the property at 1215 Whiting Street, B. For sale at field bids.
Good.
Field bids with the minimum bid being 6,000 and change over to the city and the 28,000 and change over to the county.
second. Is that good or you're shaking your head, Patty?
6,000 is just special stuff. I mean, it's part of the tax.
Do we want to just say,
usually, and then usually we don't even say, we say it's subject to whatever special assessments could be there, because we're not
yeah,
sure.
but,
We put it right in the notice.
yeah,
We put it right in the
Right.
notice.
I don't think we need to have a dollar.
Because it'll be in the notice,
It'll be in the notice.
just that we're.
It's subject to any special assessments.
are we gonna, and are we gonna put,
Wanda?
Patty, will you make the motion for us? I think we need.
No, Wanda made it dance.
Okay, yeah.
Second by Dan.
And can we have in, for further discussion, can we have in there that as far as we know, the property taxes are 28,000 plus the 6,000?
No, you
We're
don't
not-
need to put it in there.
Okay. All right. But the only problem in the past when we've done that is people bid and then they find out, holy crap. And then they turn the property back.
Well,
And pay us.
I'll be audit
Yeah.
and see.
Well.
It'll say, Rob will put in there to
Okay.
contact the auditor.
Okay,
Any questions.
all right.
and then that'll be listed in the paper.
It'll be Boland's. Okay.
Okay, so any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. And we moved to item number 10. Okay, we have to discuss this evening, the agreement that was not approved, or I guess it's the state sent us an approval for the extension to rent the small office downstairs for the extension. The person, not the 4-H leader, but for the extension person to rent the office downstairs. He's approved the space basically, but we do have to talk about the contract that state has sent us to look at that. And I think that we need to adjust the amount that we're going to charge them for rent, because they put in there $136 per month for the small office. It's just a small office, but we're going to have to 125 square feet.
It's like $13 a square foot is what they did.
So I think we need to decide what we want to charge the state for rent and renew or revise the contract and send it to the state, back to the state, and see if they will approve that.
And then too, John, the only other thing is it's a straight 5 years with neither party can get out. I don't know if we
I
care.
thought the other one was that we could, with notice, either party could get out with notice.
The one,
The other one with the WIC, I thought.
oh, the WIC one.
It's
Yeah, the other,
basically
the WIC
the same
one
guy.
is. I'll look.
Okay,
I look, I could have missed it.
Well, and that might be another revision we
Yeah,
want, because we certainly want to be able to, with
Okay.
notice, with fair
Okay.
notice.
Yeah. Because we're making a change anyhow, so I'll double check that. I didn't see it, but I didn't see it. I could have missed it.
do you want to approve that tonight then, or?
No, because we're not going to approve the $136 a month. I don't feel we should, unless
Is that, do you feel it's too low or what?
I do, yes.
Are we
He
paying,
thinks it's too high, that's why he doesn't want to.
were we paying utilities and internet and all of that? I mean, I get what we're saying, but I mean, it is also 4-H
It's
So-
extension.
or extension. Okay,
Yeah.
extent, but that's where the 4-H is going to be located out.
No,
No.
it isn't. That'll be another office.
Okay, so this is for, why, so why aren't they staying,
DNR.
why are they not going out at that other building?
Cause they had a room out there, they had an office out there.
They were renting an office in the extension building. With
Okay.
the building going back to the 4-H leaders there,
Okay.
he's now moving here into the basement. He was renting out there.
Okay,
Now he'll be renting in the basement,
okay.
Well, they weren't paying rent out there.
but they weren't paying rent
Yeah,
out there.
okay. In that case, I think that, yeah, it definitely needs to be a lot more than that, because the state doesn't do us any favor. You know, couldn't they go out to, the state hospital or one of those other locations?
Just soon rent space down here and.
I would say,
Something to say. You're fine.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he probably only comes to the office maybe like once every 2 weeks. And he's only there for maybe half a day.
Yeah.
At the most, from what I understand.
Yeah, but I showed him the space. He wants a desk,
Mhm.
which they'll bring their own desk in.
Yeah.
He's got a computer, so we'll need to hook up, but I think he's gonna hook up to the WIC, the state's. I don't know if they're separate or not for internet.
yeah,
What room are you giving him?
The little office that's right north of the WIC. So when you walk by the WIC office, there's another small office on this side down there, and it's 125 square feet, so it's like
So
8
you're
by
not
8.
getting none of the contact space.
Yeah.
It's in between.
Well,
It's between the pantry and.
yes,
Oh,
what was in there prior?
I think
Okay.
contact center used some of it for
Storage.
storage.
Storage space?
Well, I could throw a curve to you and you could leave both of them right where they're at. And then Just start charging him for having that office out there. I'm just teasing, but it would be,
So I think we just need to decide on what we want to charge
I
them for
think it
that
needs to
small
be more-
office.
I think it needs to be more.
I
than that.
think if we double that number, it's probably fair. $260, $300 a month.
Yeah, I'd say 300 is, I
Yeah.
mean, cause he's gotta have access to the building and the key cards and all that stuff.
Yes,
That
they do.
adds
I
up.
found out today that they have plenty.
About $25 a square foot, $250 a month.
260.
That definitely seems more reasonable.
Okay, you're good with 260? Everybody good with
And
260?
I don't like the 5-year thing. I think we need to do, cause we don't know what's gonna happen 5 years.
That's why I think we need to make sure.
I would do it.
That
Yeah,
it,
like
mean,
a-
with notice that,
Maybe like a 90-day notice or something,
Yeah.
Dan, we can add.
Or
something
30,
to
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever
I'm
you're-
fine with that then. I would just, if you're fine, we'll just have you agree to it, John, and unless you want to come back to a meeting, I don't think we really need to though.
well, according, we have to come back and approve it, right?
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not.
It has to be
Alright.
in the list.
So it'll be on
Got it.
next.
Yeah, so make sure that gets on the next meeting.
While we're on that too, we probably should consider increasing the rent for the office down, the other state office down there too. I thought when we agreed we were gonna do like monthly or yearly increases and we haven't increased that for probably a year and a half. Should probably look at
The
that.
nurse, you mean?
Yeah, the state
We'll
nurse.
have to check and see how much they're,
Okay.
it's like
And
12.
where does that go to? Does that go into the general fund or?
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Italy fund.
Okay, moving on. Need a motion to approve the February 3rd, 2026 minutes.
Second.
Meeting.
Motion by Wanda, second by Dan to approve February 3rd, 2026 minutes. And further discussion, hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
I would do for claims.
The only question I had on claims is, the care of the poor. I mean, if you guys see how high that's getting, that's another 20,000.
I got
21,000.
page also.
And yeah, I think that's just, it's important for people to realize is that's getting to be a growing problem every year. It's getting more and more and more. So, I mean,
But
yeah, well, but
we got this, right?
yeah,
We got this amount from him, right?
Yes,
So the 7634, we did receive that from
okay,
Well-
the,
right.
was it that the agreement?
That's right.
that was the other one.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah, I don't think we received any money yet for this one.
Do we know what that advertising bill for we have no idea what that is? Okay. I would prefer not to approve the publishing for 649.48. It doesn't say, it just says publishing 649.48.
For which,
I think it's page, I'll find it
Is
here.
this part of our relief for tonight?
I just have one. Oh,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
What page are you on then?
I'm on page
Two.
19.
Page
I'm on
2.
19.
Is that's poor relief, right?
Yeah.
I'm on page 2 for the publishing. I just don't know what that's for. Form notices, I wouldn't think it would be that much. What publishing would we have had for commissioners for that amount?
What you- it's like-
Yeah, so when did we start doing that?
It's a month ago.
Okay, did we, I know the spec meetings are,
With
yeah.
the,
yeah.
with the, somebody's gonna be today, it's a.
Yeah. And
Service.
I think that's good, but I guess the discussion is it $649 good? And if that's what it costs each time, I don't know. I don't know if that's what we want to spend tax dollars on. Oh, guess it's up to you guys, but
It's my main concern is this 21,000 for
yeah.
poor relief, for care of the poor. Yeah, right here, page 19, and I'm questioning that.
That's what we approved after they delivered the settlement that were made with the litigation. And, I have something on behalf of, accounts manager team, share that was given on behalf of America.
Why are we paying him directly though? Why wouldn't we pay the company he works with? Aren't we paying him directly?
It's all been out. We care. Well, if we get satisfaction.
From what I understand though, we're one of the few counties that they go after. I mean, I think it's us and huge, unless somebody knows something different. I don't think hospitals go after counties for poor relief. I know they don't in Pennington. I know they don't in Minnehaha, me talking to those guys, but us, we do.
It's because.
Okay. Patty's looking up, your question on.
Okay. Well, we could approve everything but that and just do it next meeting. You want to do that?
I'm fine with that. I got a motion.
With the advertising.
It's just the commission meetings.
The notices.
Yeah, no, the commission minutes.
No, that could be.
So I guess I haven't seen those coming out of the commission.
Your minutes.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are gonna be like tremendously over budget on, just so we're all aware.
Yeah, it always comes out every month.
All right.
Well, we will be paying $50,000 for another. permit.
Just don't take some.
I've got a motion to approve the claims by Wanda, second by Ryan. Any other further discussion?
Need to have shorter meetings so that
Yeah.
the meeting notices.
Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
I,
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. January 26th, go ahead, Wanda.
I move to approve the January 2026 auditor treasurer report and.
second,
Motion by Wanda, second by Dan to approve January 2026 auditor treasurer report and pool cash. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
I
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
move to approve the 2025 fourth quarter mental illness report.
Second.
Motion by Dan, second by Ryan, by Wanda. All in favor, or any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
I,
Opposed, nay. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Increase to 2026.
And last time we did was 2024.
and I thought we agreed, like several years ago, we just agreed to follow the state rate. And doesn't the state increase that every year
Yeah,
for travel?
basically.
Yeah.
This is the state rate.
Could we just do it automatically where we just follow the rate set by the state?
If they want to make a motion.
I thought we did that already. Okay.
We can
Do it every year.
Yeah, every 2 years.
got a motion by Wanda, second by
Second.
Ryan to increase 2026 mileage rate according to the state level. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
I,
Opposed, opposed, nay. Motion carries. Abatements, what do we got there?
veteran,
The veterans.
are we abating them tonight or what?
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the veteran abatements.
Second.
Motion by Dan, second by Ryan to abate the veterans.
And I'll put the amounts in the minutes.
Okay, Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Public comments, anyone with public comments? Seeing none? Public comment is closed. Commissioner updates. Dan, I know you've been on Pier.
There's something like 157 bills that are being tracked. Probably too many to go over right now.
Yeah.
Lot of bad bills out there, to be honest with you. So,
South Dakota Network.
yep. So,
Log in, watch the sessions, watch the
Yeah.
committee meetings. House taxation got a ton of property tax.
Senate Bill 96, Governor Roden's proposal to reduce property tax is up tomorrow if you want to testify. 10 o'clock, Senate taxation.
So I'd make a motion to move into executive session for
I would move to go into executive session early pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2 and 1-28-13 and 28-13-1.3 and personnel pursuant to 1-25-2 sub 1 and 2.3.
motion by Wanda, second by
Second.
Dan. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Sorry. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Don, are you good? Back into regular.
So moved.
Second.
Second for one.
All in favor?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you turn Don back on?
Item for next meeting, we need to have drainage board,
Yeah.
correct? And we're looking at doing some ditch cleaning and advertise for bids.
Advertise for bids for some ditch cleaning.
Yes.
Do you, but I mean, do you have to approve of the, of,
I think before we do that, I think we need to say what happened in executive session. Just
Oh, yeah, that's true.
nothing happened in executive session. I will be calling the funeral home tomorrow and nothing else happened relative to personnel as of today. Now, back to you.
Advertise for ditch cleaning, I believe.
do we have to have a meeting to ask for that first? I mean, do you have to approve it?
Didn't we do that today?
Do we have to approve?
Well, we need to know
No,
what
he
a
can
bid,
make a motion for you guys to do that work.
well,
Or do that in
we-
our,
there was a request from those landowners to have that done. And I was gonna make a motion at the ditch meeting, and they said, no, you can go back and do that at your county since
yeah.
we.
We have to do it next time.
So we would, I think couldn't we advertise for bids to have that bidded out? Cause it is a
Do
pretty
you
big,
have to approve though,
Approve.
to advertise?
I think.
That's right. I
Yeah.
think that's what we're.
I think-
request that, yeah,
having
yeah.
approval
yeah.
of it.
So put that on for next.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, possibly discussing, use of drone technology to help with,
Yeah, they were not
ditch
thrilled with that.
monitoring, so.
Paul has that camera, emergency
Mhm.
man. Are you talking to just view it? Or are you talking to spray or stuff like
I'm
that?
talking about viewing and investigating it.
I would
was,
get with Paul. He'd love to
got
do
it.
Well,
that. He has
I
the-
wasn't sure if video would be
It's pretty good.
sufficient,
It's pretty good quality. Yeah.
because also you want to be able to tell what type of silt buildup you have and stuff like that. So there's other technologies, LiDAR and radar, that can actually do that as well. And they're equipped to generate as well. So there's people
Sure.
who do those things. So
Sure.
I wanted to do a little investigating into what might be the best way of surveying the whole ditch without having someone walk through and investigate it and relying on landowner reports.
So you want ditch board?
Yep. And Ryan, you're gonna have the start and stop point
Yeah,
for
I
us.
have that on my phone. Yeah.
Good.
What else? Is that all?
I also have, so on the IT side, we have the server in the safety center is in pretty bad shape. It really needs to be replaced. It's an expensive server, but we want to replace both the servers that are servicing the attorney's office and another server in there, with one single server and virtualize them. So it's a significant bid. I want to have that discussion on the next meeting, especially about how we pay for that, what funds there are. There's also a few other,
It's IT.
IT safety center server. And then also firewall system. If that's the firewall system, it's also another fairly big bid. We are hoping the secure company will be paying that with grants. So we hope we will pay for that, pay for all that. So.
When will we know? When will we know they have funding? I mean, do you know, Gary? I mean, because that's what Mike Waldner, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
CSI is working directly. with
Okay.
them. They've gotten.
Do you think they'll have an answer for us? Do you think they'll have an answer for us, prior to us purchase? Because I'd hate to,
They won't be able to give you a full update.
okay, great,
Next meeting.
perfect. That's, yeah,
We'll put that as a part of it. They'll give you a full update on the secure talk about it.
Mike, good. Thank you.
Anything else? I think that covers it, yeah. Great.
Which ditch were you going to leave
Lake Creek.
Lake Creek, yeah.
that?
Lake Creek.
Lake Creek?
Yep. The very end of it, it was more about that, it wasn't the cleaning, but it was getting rid of a lot of ingredients. building up.
It's that south, just south, a little bit, west and south of Vollen. We can point it out to you, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Like. Studying.
Well, it is in Yankton though. It is, it's, yeah,
No, Yankton Clay Ditch
Yeah.
at the Clay Creek.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So-
It's in Yankton County though, yeah.
Motion by Wanda, second by Ryan to adjourn. All in favor, aye.
I.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. We are adjourned. Don?
See you later, Junior.